they've made good, steady progress. That there's, every time I come by, you see them putting up another one of those concrete pillars.
That's Ray Parkhurst, standing on the boardwalk in Flagler Beach, watching the outline of something familiar slowly return. Because if you stand where he's standing and look out toward the Atlantic, the first thing you notice is not the progress, it's the absence. The pier is gone. The structure that once defined this stretch of coastline that gave drivers a reason to pull off A1A without thinking twice is no longer there. And for a lot of people, that absence leads to a quick conclusion. If the pier is gone, there's no reason to stop. This is the Gallivanter podcast. I'm Chad, and the question is whether that assumption is actually true, or whether Flagler Beach is still operating in a way that most people driving past it right now are missing. For decades, the Flagler Beach Pier functioned as the town's anchor. It wasn't just a place to walk or fish. It created the stopping point, and once people stopped, everything else had a chance to work. Shops, cafes, galleries, restaurants, all of it benefited from that initial decision to get out of the car. When Hurricane Ian came through in 2022, it disrupted more than a structure. It disrupted that entire system. The pier was damaged beyond practical repair, and by early 2026, what remained had to be demolished so something more durable could take its place. Ray Parkhurst saw that transition up close.
This one will be permanent because it's concrete. The other ones were wood. And I was here during the storms when the last one blew away. So, the wood doesn't last. This concrete will be here for a long time.
That statement reframes the rebuild. This is not about restoring what was there. It's about replacing it with something that can survive what this coastline has already proven it will experience again. The progress is not hidden.
So, every time I come by, you see them putting up another one of those concrete pillars.
As of April 2026, more than 20 pilings have been driven deep into the sand, forming the base of a new pier that will be taller, wider, and built entirely from concrete. The design reflects repeated storm damage and the need for a structure that can hold up under those conditions. The work has taken time to reach this point.
It just took years and years to get the FEMA dollars, to get the project started.
There were delays along the way, including environmental pauses.
They're doing good work, except for the few months that they got stuck because there's a turtle nesting in the way.
That combination, funding, environmental protection, engineering, explains why the pier has been absent for as long as it has. What you're seeing now is the visible phase of a process that started years ago. Step away from the construction and into the town, and something becomes clear almost immediately. People are still here. On Saturday mornings, the open space near the pier site fills in with the weekly farmers market. Vendors set up early, locals arrive with coffee. Visitors move through the tents, stopping at booths, talking, browsing, purchasing. That market has been part of this town for years, and it continues without interruption. Longtime subscribers to this channel, Heath and Jen Shadow, are part of that regular flow.
We come up to Flagler a lot to check on the progress on the pier and the Saturday market that's here.
Heath and Jen, they live just down the road in Ormond by the Sea, and they haven't changed their routine.
It's a
Very
great
good.
little town.
Excellent.
Old school Florida. We love it.
That consistency matters because it shows that the town is still functioning as a destination, even without the pier acting as its central draw. Inside Gallery of Local Art Gola, Jen Shadow is working as both an artisan and a volunteer. The gallery represents dozens of local artists, offering everything from paintings and jewelry to glasswork and handmade goods.
It's just a really nice area to come hang out, shop, meet new people.
Run into your favorite YouTubers.
Right, absolutely. It's just a really good, supportive, creative community to be a part of.
The doors are open, the artists are present, the experience is intact. What has changed is how people arrive. Walking around Flagler Beach this time, I can tell you that this is a town still investing in itself. That choice becomes more important when you look at how businesses are responding. At Swillerbees Craft Donuts and Coffee, a well-known local spot, it has moved again, this time into a larger space across the street from its previous location. That kind of expansion signals confidence, but it also depends on continued support. And then there's the Compass Hotel by Margaritaville, Flagler Beach, which now stands as one of the most visible entry points into this part of town. It provides a clean, modern place to stay directly across from the beach, placing visitors within immediate walking distance of the market, the galleries, and the restaurants. That proximity matters because it creates a complete experience without the pier needing to function as the centerpiece. Visitors can stay local, move through town on foot, and spend time in the businesses that are still operating. But again, that only works if they choose to do it. So the question isn't whether Flagler Beach is open. It is. The question is whether people are willing to visit differently.
There's a lot of surf shops here. There's great places to eat. The real estate agents are always here able to help you. The Funky Pelican is good food.
And then more directly.
Just a lot of like little mom and pop stores. And you should just come check it out.
Family friendly. Very family friendly. Safe.
Very
A lot
safe.
of great stuff to do.
And here's Heath adding the forward-looking piece.
And it's not an enormous town, and this is an expensive project, so we were kind of worried what were they going to do. But the pier is going to be even bigger, better, and longer. And I mean, they've been working on it around the clock. And even with the pier down, you're not able to go all the way out. There's still plenty to see here, and we just, like I said, we come here just to check on the pier and watch the progress.
That combination, present reality and future expectation, is what defines this moment. Ray Parkhurst is still watching the pilings go in.
You know, it'll be nice when it gets done, because this is a real, tourist, attraction, and the fishermen love this thing. There's a lot of fish caught off of this thing. They've caught sailfish and kingfish off this thing. So, yeah, this is a big part of Flagler Beach right there.
And when the pier opens, most visitors will experience Flagler Beach as whole again. The skyline will be restored, and the familiar version of the town will return. But right now, you're seeing something more revealing. A town continuing to operate without its anchor. The pier is coming back. The question is whether the town is worth showing up for before it does.